I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. Today we're looking at this. This is the Cream T Aurora, and it's so close to being my perfect guitar. So what I thought we'd do in today's video is to go over all of the good points and I wouldn't say they're bad points because there's not a bad point about this, but we'll go over the couple of things that I would change to make this into my perfect guitar. So you might be looking at this guitar and thinking, well, that sort of looks familiar, because it is. This is a cross between a Les Paul and a Telecaster. If you look at the bottom edge there, you've got the Telecaster bottom and you've got the Les Paul top. This was co-designed with Billy Gibbons with Cream T. And I think it's absolutely stunning. I think that is a great looking guitar. Half the time, you know, these manufacturers try and come up with something that looks a little bit Les Paul-y, and it can end up a bit ugly when, you know, the Les Paul is pretty much perfect. But that, to me, it's got two of my favourite guitars designs in it, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, one of the things that's special about this guitar, and this is an option, you don't have to buy it like this, but it's got a pickup swapping system. So what you can do here is take off the back. It's got a little magnetic backplate here, and you can hot swap the pickups. So what I've got here is a set of other pickups that you can swap with. So if I lift up this Pelican style case flap here, what we've got is a bunch of different pickups that we can hot swap in the guitar. So we've got this one here, this is called a Bangers and Mash, and this is the bridge pickup. It's a bit like a sort of double telly. Put it in and now it sounds like this. Take this one out and we can put in another one, and this is the hot sauce. And you can also do the same to the neck pickup. I'll go over some of the neck tones in a minute. So from this point of view, it's pretty much the perfect guitar. You can take this into the studio and pretty much come up with any sort of tone that you want. If you want more of a sort of telly tone or a Les Paul tone. It does it all. Now, my favourite pickup for the bridge is definitely this one here, and I've actually got this pickup installed in my Nick Huber guitar, and this one's called the Cream of the Crop. So this pickup is, I think they modelled Billy Gibbons' guitar, Phil Hilborn, I think it was, and Bernie Marsden. They took his pickups and they basically recreated the best bits of each of the pickups in this one. Now, I got to say, and I don't know why, I'm trying to get this pickup in. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard to actually get these in. Now, I don't know why, but the Cream of the Crop pickup sounds better on this guitar than it does on my Nick Huber. And I don't know if that's the Nick Huber guitar or the scale length, but on this guitar it definitely sounds better, to my ears anyway. Now let's try that with a bit more gain. The neck pickup that I've actually got installed at the moment is this one here, and this is called, the Dutch. So this is their P90, but it's a humbucker sized P90. I think this sounds absolutely fantastic. So far, that is one of my favourite P90s that I've ever tried. Now, again, you can swap it. So instead of a P90, I can put in a humbucker. This is the hot sauce. And back to the P90. Something about this P90 that is really good. It's got loads of clarity, but it's got loads of output as well. It really competes with the humbucker. And one of the great things about this system, which is taken from the Relish guitar system, is you've got this screw on the back of the pickups, and you can lower or make the pickup higher while it's actually in situ in the guitar, which is brilliant. It saves you sort of getting out a screwdriver and adjusting it, so you can really adjust the pickup height to exactly what you want. So there's the P90 and the hot sauce. If I take out the P90 and replace it with the cream of the crop, you can see how easy this is. Now, as I said, it is a bit fiddly to get them in, but once they're in, they're in. And I always just want to get back to that P90. And it's not in properly. That is such a great tone out of that pickup. Let's put the back plate back on. Now, the build quality is really, really good. I'd put it in sort of line with high-end guitar builders, UK guitar builders, PJD, even Nick Huber as well, actually. As I said, I prefer the sound of this guitar to my Nick Huber Krautster. The flame on the wood, if that's your sort of thing, is fantastic. It's got a similar sort of design to the PJD or the Nick Huber Krautster guitar, where you've actually got the oiled back, I guess you'd call it, as opposed to a painted back or a varnish back. Now, the things that I'd like to change on this guitar, and it's a minimal thing, some people would prefer it, some people wouldn't. I think the hardware should be aged, something like some of the sort of Gibson custom shop stuff, because these aren't cheap guitars. These are coming up towards sort of £3,000, that sort of price guitar. So yes, cheaper than a Gibson. I think if it did aged hardware and aged pickup covers, and I think they do actually offer aged pickup covers, as the ones I was sent from my Nick Huber are aged. And the only other thing for me is a nitro finish. I really like guitars with nitro finish. I like the way that they age. If you gave me something like a Fender Custom Shop Strat or a Gibson guitar with nitro finish, I would way prefer that over something like an American Strat, which has the poly finish. I don't like it when it dents, it cracks. When you get like a nitro finish, it just ages in a really nice way. I'd always prefer that. So I really wish they did that. Or if they did that in an aged finish, this probably would be my ideal guitar. Now, in the intro, I played a part with loads of reverb on it. Let me just take the reverb down a bit and play that again. You can actually hear the clarity of these pickups. Now, one of the things I'm a little bit confused with this guitar is on the website, it's got a really great website actually. You can go and sort of see all about the guitar and it's quite interactive. It says it's got a 59 Les Paul profile neck. This definitely is not like any 59 Les Paul that I've ever played. It's much slimmer, it's more like a 60s Les Paul, much thinner and much more narrow. Now again, that might be some people's preference. I really like a chunky neck, so it's not exactly what I would go for. So again, the only other thing that would make it the most perfect guitar for me, slightly bigger neck. It actually feels quite a bit like a Music Man neck. So if you know that sort of more sort of narrow, flat sort of neck, it feels like that. So if I was looking for a high-end UK built guitar, I would definitely go and check these out. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Now, all of my sort of qualms about it, I guess, are just a personal thing. Some people will pick this up and go, that's the ideal neck, that's the ideal finish, and you wouldn't have a problem with it. But for me, the only things that I'd like, as I said, aged finish, aged hardware, slightly thicker neck, and I think it would be my ideal guitar. Anyway, I'll leave all the details for Cream D Guitars in the notes below so you can go and check them out, and I'd highly recommend going and checking out the website, or if you get a chance to. I think Anderton's got a couple in at the moment. You can go and sort of play a couple. Anyway, really hope you guys got something out of this. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe, click on the bell button, and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.